I fixed it.
It's fine. Get it.
All right. Here we go. And we're back, baby. There we go. And full screen. Hey! So, and right as we get started, there we go. Hello. All right. So, welcome back, everyone. We have all hydrated. We have all had our bathroom break. Hopefully the ad sort of played. I don't know. We'll see. And I almost forgot about the intermission video. Sorry about that, guys. But I hope you all liked that, full of artwork that has been made by cast, crew, and also listeners, or were commissioned by cast. But either way, if you post fan art and use the hashtag welcome to Nexilis and we find it, we can then toss it into our interlude and you could be featured in our slideshow, which is edited together by Jason. So thank you very much. Also, if you like the music that was played, the music that plays during our intermission, I can type, I swear to God. The music that plays during your intermission is Luke Menace, who also does the music for Jar of Rebuke. So if you like his music, you can go ahead and click that Twitch link. We have 3 hydrates, 2 postures, and 3 stretches. So I'm going to just chug some more of my orange juice.
Made sure to bring the Do You Spice mug today.
Oh, nice. Not while using your green screen.
Water everywhere.
No, green screen's covered today.
Some stretches, so I'm just gonna take one big old stretch.
Let's see, am I gonna pop today? Oh, nope. No! That's shocking.
No pops?
I'm gonna punch my fucking microphone, though. Jesus.
All right. So.
Me too, Jason.
Don't look at me. I didn't do anything.
He also smacked his microphone.
Uh,
Absolutely walloped.
And 3 postures, so as long as everyone is within good posture, we can continue.
I'm like in a dentist chair. Just keep inching back.
I'm in a wheelchair. There's no good posture in this.
Yeah. Well.
Nondescript can of soda.
So, you all got to. Chelsea's in pain. You all.
Why do you keep
It was supposed to be you this time.
Oh, I didn't.
Casper, it was supposed to be you that got hurt this stream.
I'm supposed to get hurt this stream. God.
I know.
It's Casper's turn. Stop it, Chel.
I've been
It's Casper's turn on the pain train.
Bitch, I'm the conductor of the pain
train. He was
train.
throwing all of us on it. It's his fucking train.
Hand the controller over. You're done.
No, I'm gonna keep playing.
No, Mom.
Mom said it's my turn.
Mom, I just got on.
Oh, I thought you were pouring that can directly onto the floor. I was like,
Directly not in a cup like I meant to.
No, because I just saw, all I see was just like,
Yes,
I was like,
generic soda is perfect for getting stains out of carpet.
Mm-hmm.
In a red cup, you've seen movies.
Yeah. This would have been fitting for last week's session.
Yeah, it would have been fitting for last week's session. But now you are all going to go to the sauna and hanging out with the Dwyers. And
to take a bath.
I'm gonna take a bath. It's
So
gonna
excited.
It's gonna be your
She's so excited.
Your first bath since you got here.
We've been talking about this for
so
a week.
fucking excited.
So you all go get settled in. As you're all walking in, Winter and Walter, they hold the door open for you. They let you in, and they lead you back past. You haven't been here in a few days, but you are led back towards where, when you were first trying to figure out how to possibly get into the clock tower, down the hallway you assumed that entrance would be at. You pass a door on the side that may possibly connect to the clock tower. But you walk past it and keep walking further back towards kind of behind the guard tower. You see there's a flight of stairs that go up, but they turn and lead you away from the stairs. and take you down to a hallway that splits. And it's like, technically, this is and Walter's like, technically there's like a men's locker room and a woman's locker room, but like literally as long as you're comfortable, it doesn't really fucking matter. So Walter holds open a door. He's like, all right, so basically we all, oh, right. We got some suits for you to wear. Bathing suits, I should say. Got some stuff for you to wear, and you can take this with you afterwards. This was dropped off by Thespis, sort of an emergency commission once we realized that we needed to show you where this was. So you can express your gratitude to Thespis afterwards. Yeah, so here you go. And Winter is like, do any of you all know how to use a locker room or a public shower or anything? Any of you?
I do.
Great. No. Okay. All right. So I'm sure you're going to be pretty familiar with this. You know what? Last time I assumed that something broke, so I'm not going to assume that. I understand that using someone else's shower can be one of the most nerve-wracking experiences, but I assure you that these are very easy to use. So Winter does lead Ivor and Cora into one. Assumedly she has your guys' bathing suits, and Walter leads Magna in the other one. He's like, I don't know, we got both trunks and a top for you. You don't have to wear both, but got both for you. So we're gonna have the first scene be Winter with Ivor and Cora, and then the
dress to your comfort level.
Yeah. And then the second scene is going to be with Walter. They're mostly just getting you changed to lead you into the sauna. Mm-hmm. We're not going to have this whole thing split. It's just going to be the getting ready. They choose the gender of the day by sprinting between lockers. It's literally whatever locker room you're most comfortable with.
End up fully in one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Thespis literally just grabs their shit and walks through whatever door they feel like.
They crash through the roof.
Yeah,
they crash through the roof, too. Yes.
Yeah.
Thespis just appears in a haze, like almost like the beginning of like a Freddie Mercury concert.
I was going to say, appears. Do that?
Yeah, gender? I can do that. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Throw back to the conversation Casper and I were having yesterday.
Sees gender terms. I can do that.
Women.
Winter leads Ivor and Cora into one of the rooms, and you notice that neither of the doors even had like signs on them. It was just two entryways.
Doors.
Yeah, they're just doors.
Whatever you want.
Winter leads. It seems like there used to be signs there, like when this place was built magically.
That.
And then they were taken down. So yeah, probably by the Dwyers who are like, "Fuck this." Wow, sorry, I just realized my color keeps going wonky. It's like
Christ.
Weird.
Oh, it's the cat that was yelling earlier. I see you, you little shit.
Apparently, there's a cat.
Sorry, a cat just jumped down into the tree.
We have a lot of stray cats.
Shit out of me.
Winter and Ivor.
Out of my window, I swear to God.
Winter, Cora, and Ivor all ended up in one of the dressing rooms. You all see what looks to basically be one-piece bathing suits, modern for like our era. That's basically what they look like. And Winter hands you yours, Cora, and it's like, it's just very straightforward. You just take everything off and you put this on. Covers the bits, mostly because it's very uncomfortable to sit on that seat without something between your butt and the seat. But I mean, if you'd like to wear less than that, I'm sure I could find you whatever you want to wear.
No, this is fine. I'm okay.
Cool.
Cora like sitting here like, I know how to put on a bathing suit, but I'm not gonna say anything because like that's rude. But I know how to put on a bathing suit.
Winter is so used to knowing the fact that no one else has gone into one that she's kind of just in like through. She's in tutorial mode. She's
Even though literally the like second interaction that Cora had with Winter, it was you mean cars to Ivor.
yeah. So she then goes over to she has slept since then. She's also gotten plastered since then, so maybe she just doesn't remember.
That's true.
She was sloshed less than 24 hours ago, so
yeah.
She was gone. So Winter kind of goes over to Ivor and like puts the bathing suit in your hands. Goes, I don't know if you've ever worn something similar to this. It fits tightly like an undergarment. And it's one piece of clothing that covers your torso.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna let you get changed. Anyone needs any help? You see her kind of like making like the blanket offers that you can tell that she's probably made this like a bunch of times. If anyone needs any help, let me know. I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back. I forgot to go grab mine, so I'll be right back. And Winter like kind of walks and it's like, God, Walter.
Walter, help me. God help.
Winter is out of practice talking to pretty girls, so Ivor has her a little flustered. Not that Cora isn't absolutely lovely, but Winter is crushing on Ivor, so.
That's totally fair.
Good.
Cora's focus is not on Winter, let's be honest here.
Oh no, we know. We know.
We're aware.
And even less so is Chelsea's.
Yeah, no, I love Winter. I want to be friends with Winter, but not at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't said anything about
who you might
yet. You haven't said it yet this stream.
Listen, I know that this is gonna be
Like, are you okay? You haven't talked about how much you love Thespis.
You haven't touched your Thespis stand like title yet today. Are you okay? You feeling okay?
I had a great moment at the start of the session. I'm trying to let you guys enjoy your moments with the Dwyas. I'm so sorry.
We were just worried. We just wanted to make sure that
you were okay.
You were acting like so unlike yourself.
So, you end up getting changed. I'm assuming that you both are able to figure out how to put this piece on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Winter.
The first puzzle of the campaign.
Yeah. Roll.
First puzzle.
First puzzle
to see if
roll
you can put on a bathing suit.
Figure it out.
Winter comes back, and she's wearing hers, and hers is the kind that like it's like solid black. Your guys's are more of a brown, like a base brown. Like it seems that literally Thespis may have gotten the order in while you guys were at the tavern. Like,
Shit.
Like you couldn't have warned me.
Last minute realized they didn't have bathing suits. Then Thespis was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So this is just great. Thanks." So it looks
Cora
like
is covered in freckles.
Huh?
Cora is covered in freckles.
Yeah. Aww.
Oh.
Freckly girl.
So you both get dressed. Winter's is a similar cut but black, and instead of covering most of the back, it kind of like laces in the back, except like you can tell it's not like actually laced. It's more just aesthetic. Cora, you also see now that her arms, legs, a good amount of her chest and back are exposed. God. She is covered in battle scars. Like you have seen like knights and gladiators with less scars than this woman has. Because she is a fighter that has never once worn a suit of armor. She has typically worn suits, which are fabric. So
not great at blocking, like danger.
Yeah, not great at blocking things like bullets and knives and shrapnel from explosions. Not the best. But she is covered.
Oh, Jenny's having another moment. You good there? You good over there?
Now we have a Thespis Stan and a Winter Simp over here.
I would do anything for her.
So, at about this point, Winter's like, all right, so basically we're just gonna go in the other room. They have some scented, sort of oils that go in the steam, which kind of help you. It's like aromatherapy. I think we have lavender in right now, so really, really soothing. It'll also kind of help you. We got some wash rags to help you, wash off. And then after the sauna, there's like a full shower that you can use afterwards. So, like, she sees Cora's face and goes, "It's pretty fucking great."
Cora's like, "Thank fucking God."
Oh, we lost audio. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
God damn it!
There it is. There it is.
And there it is. I hear. I hear
I hear in the distance.
I hear in the distance.
Where is she?
God damn it.
She is. If you listen closely, you can hear
What
it.
was that?
You can hear her voice on the wind. God damn it!
So, at about this time, we'll kind of go over to Walter and Magna. When, Walter basically, he walks in and he kind of opens up one of the lockers that you can tell he just beelined it for this locker, like autopilot. You see that most of the lockers don't have locks on them. And, you could tell there are some that are being used, but no one else, is really locking their stuff except Walter. And, he's using the lock, and he's, not even, looking at it. You can tell he has this shit memorized just by turns. He doesn't need to watch the turning. He's like, all right, so, you ever used a sauna before?
He's just, looking at the lock. He's never seen a lock before. He's like, what is this witchcraft? What is this sorcery?
Oh, this? And he kind of unhooks it. He had pulled it off, not even looking at it. It's like, oh, this thing? Oh, it's a, I think it's technically called a padlock. I think it's a lock. It's got a number code, and you spin it to a certain code.
I love him.
And it unlocks if you use the right code, but you have to spin it the right way. But I've been using this thing for 40 something years. I don't even know. So I kind of just have it memorized at this point. There's really no point in using it either. And he kind of just tosses off to the side. Not like anyone would steal any of my shit. You good, buddy?
Can you do that again?
Oh, sure. And he picks it up and he locks it and he kind of spins it to relock it. And you just, all right, so basically you just use it. So you go to the first number and you have to spin it this way, push it in, all right? And then to get to the second number, you have to spin all the way around. And he spins it.
But why do you have to go in the other direction? I don't.
It's just how it works. I'm not a locksmith. I just use them. And then
there are
smiths.
smiths.
Is having your DM describe how locks work.
There are smiths that make the locks.
Yeah, there are people who specialize in making locks. I mean, where I'm from, it's usually factories that mass produce them by the thousands every day.
How do you make that many?
Machines. Big machines. Technology.
So many people.
Magic, sorta.
That is a magic item?
No, but
Don't break him.
No.
Don't break him.
No.
Is there some kind of spell that you need to know to do that?
No. Magic was not the right choice of words. It's a big bit. It's metal, and it has a lot of moving pieces that are done by gears and computers. You probably don't know what a computer is. It's a box of tech. I can show you a machine later if you would like.
It's me. I am the machine.
Do you think that Richard can get me a machine?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, it depends. What kind of machine? Small?
There are different kinds.
I did not know that there were different kinds of machines.
There are endless amounts of types of machines. In my world, they make machines for just about everything. Sometimes
Where
even
do you come from?
Well, it was called. Well, I was born in a place called Georgia in the United States of America on a planet called Earth.
What the fuck is
There are
breaking
United
it, Casper.
States? States can be united.
Yeah, sort of. They say so. Not always, actually.
That's the best thing.
Buddy. And he kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder as he's reaching up.
Oh no, it's another buddy.
I was gonna say it's another buddy.
But it's like he's got like a smile on his face. You now
That's
can
fair.
tell that this is what Dimitri was trying to do.
Oh yeah, this was better executed.
This is what he was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Of
I'm gonna cry.
there are books in the library about machines that could explain it much better than I can. I am not the brightest bulb in the box, so I should not be the one explaining to you what machines are.
But bulbs do not light up.
Well, there's a thing called light bulbs that do. It's
Just because you add the word light to the bulb does not make it light up.
but they do. They're electricity. It's another machine thing.
Breaking.
I will get you books on it later if you would like.
You are speaking so many words to me, and I'm very confused.
Oh my god, that's me every day. Okay. Well, there's just if you would like later, I could. You know who would be. You should talk to Hitchwire about. I retract that statement.
Oh, I already did, and it was really bad.
Yeah, Hitchwire is not the best teacher, mostly because he doesn't want to be. Well, I can get you some books later, and we'll look over that, okay? Dalavash would be great at teaching you about technology. Dalavash, she's got you, okay?
Okay.
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 You ever worn swim trunks
Breaking
before?
him.
Walter, like, I'm gonna regret asking
What a
this question.
switch in conversation, though.
This is confusing.
This is
It's
the
like,
best.
so this. Just, can you
Can you figure this out?
you just do that?
This is the best session of D&D I think I've ever had, and it is just for this moment.
Oh my god.
These.
Where's my little hanky?
And he's holding up a pair of swim trunks. You ever worn something like this before?
They are just tiny trousers.
Yes, exactly. You're going to wear these instead of the trousers you're wearing right now, because these are made for you to wear when you plan to go somewhere wet. They dry very quickly. So
That is incredible. Did the machines make these too?
yes, machines do make these.
We're gonna be out there for an hour being like, where the fuck are they?
He walks out like, oh, I'm wearing magic pants.
You dry instantly.
Winter is, what did you do to him? I did nothing.
I don't know what I did.
I don't understand.
I'm
what I
just talking to him.
Which was your first mistake.
Answering Magnus' questions, your first
First
mistake.
mistake.
But Walter's
No,
a
but
dad. He is used to getting these kinds of questions.
That's fair. That's fair. No, but he will.
Like,
he knows.
the
They look like
questions
trousers.
you
He's gonna know how to put
never
them on.
yeah.
Put them
The
on.
only difference is that when he gets asked weird questions from his daughter, it's like, gives answer, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like, okay, but.
Yeah. Well, at least with
Okay,
Lily has enough
but
of the,
why?
Lily has enough of the context to like understand. Like Lily probably knew how to use. Well, no, Walter actually is very proficient with computers. But like Lily was raised on technology, and Walter. Yeah. So it's just like this whole Lily is very much a why.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
That was Lily. Still is.
I've babysat so many kids like that. I want to just.
She still is if she wants to get under her dad's skin. But
good.
Yeah. But at least now Walter can just be like, you know damn well why. You shut your mouth. Though anyone else
Magna puts on the magic pants.
Put on the magic pants. Walter also offers you a tank top. Like, you want to put a top on, or are you good? I don't know.
He's gonna refuse it.
Oh, okay.
Titty out.
Okay. Tits out
Titty
kind of day.
out.
Okay.
Actually, I was gonna say character development, but y'all went for the titties.
They went for the titties. You expect any better of us?
But yeah, he's gonna.
No, no, I don't.
But yeah,
why do you act shocked,
Jason? Walter would see the scar over the heart, but like, Walter, you know, it's like, we all got our shit. I'm not gonna ask. Walter has 2 massive scars right across his chest. I mean, he's also
sick, bro.
Yeah, it's like, what happened there?
Sick, yeah, bro. Awesome.
I got my tits removed. That's what happened.
Look, that would confuse Magna more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me just tell you the amount of bullshit that I went through with doctors.
Oh my god. I had to get 3 letters.
These are the worst ones.
Yeah.
This is the most pain I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how many doctor's appointments?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Walter, you know, also, like, he takes off his shirt and he kind of tosses it into his locker and he kicks off his pants and he puts on some trunks, and he is so fucking blasé about just being buck-ass naked in front of Magna. He is just like, whatever.
I mean, Magna probably wouldn't care just because of the nature of
how he was raised. And
I mean, I was gonna say art. But...
that's even more, yeah. So, and then Walt, and you also notice the ludicrous amount of scars that this man has all over his body. Again, you have seen trained fighters who do, like, fighting in the pits for entertainment with less scars than this man has. And when he has his back to you, you see a scar right on his spine that basically goes from the base of his neck all the way down to the small of his back. That you can see. That's just this straight fucking scar. Which I realize that you guys...
wonder what that could be.
You guys would have also actually seen that on Winter if you were able to see through her crisscross. Cora would have seen...
Cora, I don't see shit.
Cora may have seen it, but it's kind of covered by the ties. But both of these Dwyers have the scars.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mom. Messages she's on.
So Walter kind of turns back around. He's like, all right, so what we're going to do in there, they got some essential oils in the steam, lavender like the flower. It's very relaxing. And we're just going to kind of sit in there and hang out with the others, chit chat, all that. And hang out afterwards. You can take a shower. It's like standing under a very mild waterfall. But it's indoors. Because of machines.
And it's warm because of machines.
Because of machines.
It's not helping him at all.
You made waterfalls?
It is just more magic.
I mean, granted, most showers don't have magic. These do, because of how these particular ones were built. But sorta. Kinda. Yeah. I mean, there is nothing more magical about being really sore and then standing under a hot shower. Fantastic.
This is a magical place.
I'd say so.
Is Winter starting to worry about them?
Yeah, at about this time, you guys would be like entering the seating area, and it's like nice and hot and steamy. You can smell the lavender. You know, you can like hear the faint. You can hear the faint sound of running water, as if like kind of like what's creating the steam in a different area. There's like seats all along the walls, and there's kind of like this center bit that it's like a table. And I also realized, like a fucking idiot, there was something kind of integral. I forgot about Ivor's dream.
Okay.
That's when Ivor would have learned that when people talk, the Dwyers see colors. Certain sounds cause splashes of color. They have, I think, what is called synesthesia, where certain sounds will trigger flashes of color. And I completely fucking forgot about that. Like a dummy. Because I saw in the chat someone
Both
said
the times I went through
yeah.
Oh, that was
the
me.
Dwyers.
That was me. I said the color because it was like, what other lavender is there? And I was like, the color, baby.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, the colors.
The colors.
The Dwyers do canonically.
The colors, what do they mean?
The Dwyers do canonically have that thing where they like see flashes of color when people talk and like make
the synesthesia.
Yeah. So Ivor now has that information. She might not know what the fuck it is, but she has that information.
She's like, oh, magic.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, has to be.
So you all, the three of you go out there and realize that Walter and Magna are still not out there, but you can like hear them talking in the locker room. And Winter is just, oh, they're just taking their sweet time, huh? Well, let's all get seated.
Cora is already seated and is kind of for the first time. Ivor doesn't see it, but the first time, the entire time she's been here, she is just fully fucking relaxed.
Bless her.
It's warm. I am so tired and so sore. Ah! And just kind of like, she's listening to what people are saying, but she's not in this universe right now. She's not here. She's not present.
No, that's fair. Winter just, well, here, let's go take a seat. And she kind of like, here, take my arm. And she like pulls it up right next to you. So yeah, you grab and you just feel muscle.
Mm-hmm.
you just feel muscle. And like it's
the heat from the steam. That's what it is.
You can also feel like, when you put your hand over someone's scars and you feel that little bump, you do feel like a little bit of those here and there. As she like leads you to one of the little benches on the outside. You're sitting near Cora, and you hear, "Y'all about done in there?" As she calls out to Walter and Magna and goes, "Oh, looks like they're ready. We'll talk more about magic machines later. Let's go join the others."
And like on their way out, he's just like, "Do they have magical pens too?"
Magical pads? Like
no, like magic trousers.
Oh, they're not trousers. It's like clothes though. Yes. Here, and he leads you in, and you see them all wearing like the one piece. It's like some of the gals wear Beckett prefers trousers and a top. But this is also an option.
And they do the same thing?
Yeah, they dry very quickly.
That is incredible.
It's synthetic fabric. It's man-made fabric.
Oh, so the machines did not make that.
Well, the machine... What? Yes, it was designed by a person, but then manufactured by a machine.
So the people make the machines that make things for the people to make the machines.
Yes, and they're called engineers.
There's a...
or mechanics, depending.
That is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I never understood it. Well, I understood the basics of it. I could change oil in a car. I could change a tire. You've never seen a car, have you? Probably not.
Walter's like, shit.
Shit. Why do I gotta open my goddamn mouth?
Really quick, someone in the chat wants to know, for queer reasons.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What does Ivor's voice look like to Winter?
It would probably be like light shades.
We can wait.
Oh.
We can wait for that. Because I have a feeling that will come up in character.
They would like to know, and Nessa said that she would pester you if you didn't see the comments. So.
Let me say this: it will come up. I'll make it come up. Now that I've embarrassed myself on stream, I'll remember in the future.
Like, wow, look at the self-control, like, keeping myself from information that I want to know.
Shit.
That I've wanted to know since session 1.
Yeah.
Before session 1 when you learned about it.
So, you all get settled into the sauna. And just, like, Winter, just very similar to Cora. Like, Winter and Cora are posed very similarly. Just relaxing.
Fucking finally.
Yeah. So, you know, y'all are relaxing. Winter kind of leans over and she kind of starts idle chit chat, with you guys. Mostly asking about, like, your guys' night. And Walter has kind of seated with Magna because he's, like, preparing himself to talk more about explaining the machinations of the magic that they are surrounded by in this area. He hasn't had to explain things in such layman's terms in quite a while. So he's like, all right, it's been a while, so we'll figure this out. So how we can do this is I don't have a lot of specifics planned as far as conversation goes. And again, I did want to try and get through 2 days. So what we're going to do is figure out, like, what sort of stuff they would talk about. If a specific scene seems like it could be played out, we'll lean into it a bit. But I didn't have any specific conversations planned. You will also have more time to talk with the Dwyers. I promise you. They're gonna be around. So, if we are good to move forward with just the day, we can. I will tell you that Winter would...
Cora is non-existent.
Yeah. So Cora would...
Cora's gone, so I'm out of this.
Winter would mostly be talking with Ivor. And it would probably be very, like... very much like Winter asking Ivor about herself. Just like, you know, so, what all is it that you did before you came here? Like, what sort of stuff did you like to do? Oh, your audio is gone. Can you lean towards your mic?
A bow?
There we go.
There we go.
Study, mostly.
Okay.
I didn't do too much. I'd go to parties every so often, but that was mostly an obligation.
Oh. See, I was the complete opposite. I went to parties mostly and was only obligated to study a little bit, so... But that's college for you. Well, for me, anyway. What sort of things did you like to study?
Magic, for the most part. But languages, history, anything.
Wow. Real renaissance, then. All sorts of things.
I'd say so, yeah.
I mostly studied business when I was in school. Where I'm from, getting a business degree is one of the most versatile. You can go into most fields. Not all. Like, I couldn't really go into a lot of the sciences. Like, I couldn't, and there wasn't really magic where I was from. It was mostly science. But I guess some people could consider that magic, if you look at it the right way. But it seems that your magic may have been a bit more impressive.
I wouldn't say impressive. It was a little more detrimental than anything.
Well, mark me impressed.
Well, I was supposed to take on the family business, I suppose. But I was born with an ability to see things that might happen.
Oh.
So it kept me to study a bit more.
Yeah, the gifted child syndrome. they see you have special potential, so they put all the pressure on you to grow up real fast and figure shit out later without telling you how, huh?
I guess.
Maybe there are some universal constants. But I think that's cool. Do you get visions all the time, or?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You saw one of them, actually.
Oh, that's what happened.
I
Okay.
usually don't fall, but it's been a while.
I mean, I didn't mind catching you, so it's okay. I'm just glad I was there to help. Anyone who's looking sees that Winter's face is like a little flushed. So they're having this riveting conversation as Walter and Magna.
You're still fucking talking about machines.
And Walter's like, okay, like Walter loves like
Winter, help me.
Yeah. Walter, Winter, you're the smart one. Winter, you're the smart one.
You got all the brain cells, not me.
No, she's doing it. She's doing a thing. Let her do this.
She's doing it. He's not going to interrupt because he wants Winter to be able to talk with Ivor. But yeah, so Walter is just, talking with, but he probably would have like kind of tried to steer away from the conversation of machines because he's like, I am not the person to be.
Oh no, I mean, whatever kind of conversation they start talking about, I think Magna's gonna be highly impressed with just like damn, you have all this knowledge. That's so cool. Or like, about this thing that I've never heard of before. That's awesome. This relates to this, that relates to this, that does this, that can do this, that's for this purpose, but it can also be used. Whoa! What kind of god are you?
And Walter
I'm just imagining Walter trying to steer the conversation away and Magna not realizing that's what he's trying to do, just steering it right the fuck back.
Yeah, right. It's like, so what I said 5 seconds ago. So about that, can we? Like, I'm still not done asking questions about.
Circle back.
That's me.
Just come right back in. Come on, just.
Walter.
Come here.
Walter. See, the thing is, Walter is not used to being in a conversation with someone that like sees him as intelligent. Like Walter is very used to being seen as the village idiot. So he's just like,
oh, Magna thinks he's like the coolest person ever.
Which is blowing Walter's mind right now. Like Walter is
like,
having a moment.
He's like, you are a genius.
Like if Magna says that, Walter is just like,
oh yeah,
I am so sorry.
For being a genius?
There
is nothing wrong with being a genius. That is like a really cool thing.
The fact that I want you to understand that everything that I know is considered the basics in my world.
But you are not in your world, so therefore you are a genius.
Expert.
You are like the expert of all of this stuff, and you have all of the knowledge that I do not. Which is really cool.
He's getting flustered, but like not like how Winter's having a gay panic. It's more Walter is not used to people calling him smart at all.
Walter.
So he's just like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's nice to hear.
Not a gay panic, but a gay panic.
Like yeah, like it's a gay panic because it's Walter panicking.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
It's that panic that only gay kids can have.
These flags are Walter. He is a gay trans man. That is what Walter is.
And he's panicking.
They go hand in hand.
He also has anxiety. So Walter's just like,
oh no.
So what? Tell me about what you did before you came here. Like, What sort of what sort of trouble did you get into?
Well,
I was
I
like, oh, didn't know we were getting into this.
was, for a lack of a better term, I was a model.
Oh shit. I mean, okay. I can see that. All right. So like what sort of model? I'm assuming that our definition is quite different. What did you model for?
Sculptures.
Oh. Oh, that's neat. Okay. That's some cool shit. I heard that requires you to be still for a very long time, Mo.
Yes, I would. Well, part of it was sketching.
Okay.
So part sketching, part standing still. A little bit of both.
Okay. Well, shit. The arts are cool. Is that like the only kind of artsy stuff you did, or did you get into other stuff too?
I I learned a little bit, but mostly just was around someone who did that a lot.
What? Walter can tell that Magna is being very vague. So Walter's going to kind of let it be. Because Walter gets that. It's like, well, that's cool. What sort of stuff did you like to do then? Like, if you could get into doing whatever you wanted to do, what would you have done?
I didn't do anything.
That's not necessarily bad.
That's all I really did. I just kind of stood there.
Friends that have courses.
Okay. Well, what sort of stuff do you like to do now that you're here?
He almost says eat blackberry tarts, but he doesn't. He's just like,
I mean, you just got here, so like,
yeah. Going to a bar was pretty cool.
you've never been to a bar before.
No.
Oh, yeah. You got a pretty token experience of a Friday night at a bar. Because we
That
don't.
was really fun. It's really good.
It's a lot of fun. We don't exactly have weekends, so there isn't exactly a Friday night at a bar necessarily. But we do that now and again. Winter and I don't always dance on the bar, but it brings up the energy when we do. So
It was really entertaining.
Just like sometimes.
yeah, just most
It was
of the time.
really entertaining, and I liked it. It was very funny.
Well, I'm glad. We're no Thespis, but we do like to help a party be lively. But I mostly ask because a lot of the people who come here stick to what they know when they get here. You know, Dalabash always cared for kids, so when she got here and there were kids here, she just started doing it again. Wallace helped run the family tavern. That's what he does. Thespis has always been an entertainer, as far as I know, wherever they're from. And Winter and I have always been guard dogs, for lack of a better word.
But you protect a lot of people, and that's really nice.
It's better than what we used to protect.
That's good.
Yeah. It's an interesting change, but it's a good one. I know that a lot of people come here and want to go home, but I want something better for Lily. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, of course.
I don't want her here. But it's safer than going back, oddly enough.
I'm in the same boat that you are. Well, maybe not the same,
No.
but I can understand.
So maybe if we get out of this hellhole, we can go somewhere new.
Yeah. I'd like to go somewhere new too.
Yeah, I'd actually like to go somewhere without machines. A lot of any kind of like gestures to his scars. A lot of this comes from machines. And just want to change of pace. But hey, I mean, I don't know. We've been here quite a while, so we'll see how long y'all are here as well. Some people are really trying to get out. I'm just trying to do my job.
I hope we're here long enough for... And he just kind of motions to Ivor for her to tell Winter that she thinks about it or something, because I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, well, Winter definitely thinks about her too, so as long as it's long enough for them to talk.
Yeah, because I think she might have had a dream about Winter last night.
Oh. Well, shit.
I think so.
Ratting me out.
Fucking Walter's sitting here like, I didn't need to know that she had that kind of dream with my sister, but alright.
Never confirmed it. It's just a hunch.
I also oddly enough, Walter's brain didn't go there because he doesn't want to associate like his sister
Any sort of sex with his sister.
The thing is, he's had to because she used to be a sex worker, so he knows that like she has.
It's like, but like logically versus like in-depth thinking about it,
right.
It's like, oh yeah, no, my sister's a sex worker, but also I'm not gonna
think about what she does.
It's kind of the same thing of like, oh yeah, she's an accountant.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I think he's programmed himself to deflect those thoughts for so long that it's like, oh, that's nice. That's what So it's like, well, I'll see what I can do on my end, but I can tell you that that Winter's definitely a little, we'll call it Twitter-pated. It seems to be. So, which is sweet. It's been a while since, honestly, either of us. But, you know, she used to be so suave. I mean, Winter could walk into a bar and go home with any person in that bar that she wanted to. But now she sees a pretty girl, and I think that she forgets how to speak the English language. So it's, oh, how the mighty fall.
I know, like, what the fuck is English?
Yeah, honestly, he's just sitting there like, yeah, well, her face was a different color when she woke up this morning than what it usually is, so I'm guessing that is like, I guess that is what you are trying to say, but like differently, but not like how I am saying it.
And that's when that's when Walter gets the thought of like, yeah.
Like, oh god.
Well, good for them. I would not be surprised if Winter starts spending a bit more time at the inn, which means I probably will also be there a bit more. She and I kind of stick together at the hip.
Well, if you need a buddy who is significantly less genius than you are, then I will be that buddy.
Oh, QPP!
I never want you to underestimate how smart you are, because I am sure there is a shit ton of stuff from your world that I know nothing about. That you
oh, believe me, I don't know anything about it either. So we can learn at the same time.
Okay.
Magnus, like, you wanna try to out-stupid me?
Oh, you can't out-stupid me. You can't out-stupid the moron here.
With the no wrinkles.
Yeah.
It's like, just in Magna's voice, like, I have no brain wrinkles, and Walter's like, the fuck?
How do you know that a brain has wrinkles?
How do you not know what a machine is?
Oh,
But
you
you
said
know what
there
a
are no
brain
machines.
looks like. I'm concerned. So you all are hanging out. Walter and Magna have like agreed to hang out more. They'll be buddies, basically like third wheeling.
Yeah, I think we're trying to set them up at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're trying to set them up.
Trying so hard, and each of them are just.
Walter's literally just gonna grab Winter by the shoulders and be like, "You dance, bitch." She dreamt about you last night, and Winter's like, "You sure?"
Did she,
Are you sure about that?
Oh, you think so? Really?
did she really?
I have insider information. Ha ha ha. I've got a man on the inside.
So, Cora, you're just vibing. You are not. You are just. In
She's
your
listening. The thing is, I also imagine she's like in the middle between both of these
Yeah.
groups, so she's hearing both parts of the conversation,
And meanwhile,
and
just.
she's listening. But she's just like, I don't want to deal with it. They can have the conversation that they want. I know what's happening. I'm just. This is the first time I've been able to just. I'm just gonna let them have their conversations. I'm gonna be aware, but I'm not gonna say anything. It's the first time she's not talked, which is weird.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly because Thespis isn't there.
Well, no, because even before Thespis, she was like the talker.
Yeah.
So now she's just like, I've done my job.
I'm done. Bye.
I'm checking out for a little bit.
So you all spend a couple hours together, and your skin's kind of like getting pruny, and it's like, okay, it's time for us to like go shower and stuff. And Walter's like, I haven't showed someone how to use a shower in so long. Okay, let's go. So Walter.
So sorry he has to put up with this shit.
Oh
Jesus.
no! Walter is just not used to being the smart one, so he's like, "This is a lot of responsibility for me right now." Okay.
This is a responsibility that I have not had.
I don't like it.
Like even
don't like it.
even with Lily, I had Winter.
Yeah. And they at least could panic together over raising a child. Listen. So Winter kind of like goes with you guys to show mostly Ivor to mostly kind of work the shower.
1,000% Ivor.
Yeah, to mostly kind of like finagle it. And like she walks through with Ivor, especially because like she could probably explain it in a way that especially someone as like studied as Ivor could like sort of start to like figure out. It's like, you turn the knob and it sends out like, it pulls some pulleys and it makes some water come through the pipes. And then it cleans you off.
Oh God, Ivor has so much hair.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She can't brush that by herself.
It's almost like he planned it.
It's almost like you knew what you were getting into.
So Cora, who maybe has been listening to these fucking conversations happening, and Cora is like, I don't know, Winter, can you help her? I'm gonna.
It's been a really long time since I've been able to like properly shower, like even before Nexilis.
Like I haven't even had like time by myself for the past 4 days, so like I could just.
And Winter would be like, I got
really wanna
you.
use this time.
Go on ahead. There's a stall over there you can use. There's some
100%.
soaps.
Like the reason she's saying is like, this is payback. You go deal with that. This is payback for locking me out of the room.
Yep. So Cora goes down and uses one of the stalls. There's like nice like loofahs and like a few different soaps. There's like a bar soap and also
Cora's
liquid
so
soap.
Happy. Cora's so happy. Oh my god.
Bless her.
And Winter basically just, so you stand under the water and like she gets the water running. And we have a solid soap and also liquid soap. Do you have preference? No?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, the solid soap is vanilla scented. And I think the liquids, and she like kind of sniffs. It's like this is more of like a peach. So we got vanilla and peach. Does that sway you either way?
Probably go with the bar soap.
Vanilla. Okay. All right. So she kind of hands you the bar of soap. It's like, I'll let you, get all washed up. Are you gonna need help with your hair? It's kind of.
I wouldn't ask you for that.
Well, I offered.
Okay. I usually have help.
Well, thankfully, I'm quite used to helping braid hair. If you would, after we get it all clean, I can braid it up for you so it'll stay all nice and kept together.
Okay.
All right. You get all washed up with the soap. I'm going to go get washed off and rinsed off, and then I'll come back and we'll tackle your hair. All right? Perfect. And so Winter kind of like shuffles off to like get herself.
I'm looking respectfully.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, she doesn't want to be ogling until she knows Ivor likes her back, because then she feels like a creep. So
It's just weird, yeah.
yeah, so she doesn't want to be weird. So like as Winter gets washed off, going over to the other room, Walter is like, "All right, so Magna, how you use a shower?"
I'm like, this is just gonna
Still
be hell.
fully clothed.
Walter is still like just like So basically, all you do is you turn the knob this way for cold water, or the other way for hot water. And depending on how cold or how hot you want it, you turn it. So turn it slow, because if you crank it all the way to hot, you might burn yourself. Or if you turn it all the way to cold, it'll be very cold. So choose one of those. We've got Soaps over here, and he is praying to God that you know what soap is.
Oh, he knows. Don't worry.
Oh, God,
Don't worry. He knows what soap is.
Does he know what liquid soap is, though?
Nope. So he's being safe and picking up the bar.
Which is also vanilla.
Cool.
There's not gendered scents here. It's just peach. The two genders, peach and vanilla.
Cora goes to peach.
There are only two genders, and they are peach and vanilla.
Cora goes with the peach 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
It's important. It's important information.
It is important to know. So Walter gets Magna kind of set up with using the shower. Again, it's a very basic shower. It is very, Magna would ideally be able to figure out how to use this.
In a perfect world.
Hopefully. But he has no wrinkles, so.
Mostly for the sake of time, I'm not even gonna make you roll. I'm just gonna say you're okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, if he has any questions, he would probably ask for help, but I think he can figure it out.
And Walter's like,
he's not that dumb.
Next stall over. Like, Walter is next stall over.
He's not that stupid. I mean, he is stupid, but he's not stupid to the point where if there was like a H or a C on the thing, or a red or a blue, I think he could figure out what they stood for.
Yeah, and there's H and C, right? So
yeah,
like it's
he knows.
like hot, cold, yeah.
Yeah, he can read. So
like everyone's able to get showered. Winter would help Ivor like wash out her hair because she has so fucking much of it. So Winter like helps you wash your hair, and you get like when you go to a hair parlor and they just like.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the best.
She 100%, not even realizing what she's doing, leans back into that.
Yeah. And Winter is just scratching at the scalp and like, after a bit, like starts washing through your hair like it's like a brush and like just very gently. You can tell that she has brushed a child's hair because she knows like clamp there and then brush so it doesn't tug, like, and then after she helps you, like she's just idle conversation. She doesn't want it to be quiet, so she's just chatting. Braids your hair, and like you can tell again that she's done this before. So you all finish up your fun day at the sauna with the Dwyers.
She's so happy. Cora's clean. She's so happy.
You are all squeaky clean.
It's all she needed.
Yeah.
That's all she wanted.
You are all squeaky clean. You all are now in clean clothes. And you don't stink. You smell like you smell more like peach. You smell more like peach. Both of the Dwyers also chose peach. Because it's like
this feeling so sudden and new.
you guys smell like vanilla. And after that, you guys, gather your dirty clothes. And it's like, like there are some people who could probably get or you know what, if you want, we could MacGyver a few things and get those washed through the. Walter makes a reference that he realizes is just.
Like, oh God!
None of us get that
Wizard?
reference.
Is that one of the wizards that creates the machines?
He's a fictional character, but he was really good at inventing things. Yes, but he was fake. He was from stories.
Oh, he's not the real wizard then.
No.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Nina doesn't care.
I know. I was pretty disappointed when I was a kid too. So, well, we'll get these washed up for you and bring them over tonight. We do got to go check in on Lily and her lessons, but you guys are always more than welcome to come back and hang out here. Like Winter sees just the bliss on Cora's face and is like,
We're so happy.
the doors are never locked. Just be careful if you're in here alone. If you slip and hit your head.
I can manage.
I'm sure you can, but I hope you understand. I gotta ask. Just be careful. We've had it happen before,
It won't be.
and everyone was okay, but it was scary. So, all right, we're gonna go get your clothes all washed up for you, and I'm sure we'll see y'all. You good, Chelsea?
Why are you hurting yourself again? How does this keep happening?
Hurt in my shoulder.
Oh.
My shoulder popped, and there's that little moment of and then just thank God.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And I'm shocked you didn't hear it because it was fucking loud.
Goodness.
So you all head out. You've all had a very relaxing time with the Dwyers. Ivor might be riding on some sort of high right now.
Absolutely unaware that any of it was any sort of flirting.
God damn it.
Wow.
Absolutely 100% unaware.
We did discuss that most of Ivor's social cues came from her watching people visually, and she doesn't have that anymore. So yeah, makes sense. But Walter is just like,
Yeah, right.
Motherfuckers.
Now the Wrinkle brothers are like
I love that.
the Wrinkle brothers.
So you all head out. It's getting a little bit later in the day. You all can either head back to the tavern. Is there anywhere else you wanted to go? You do see people out and about. Yes.
I wanted to have Cora see if Thespis would be okay if she took some of the canvas and the paints.
Okay. So you head over to. Do you all go with Cora to Thespis's?
Probably. It's not like we have much else to do.
Okay. So you go to Thespis's. Thespis. I am gonna kind of again a little bit of a speed run.
Yeah,
do
it's
this.
fine.
Thespis would most.
This is something she's doing on her own. So
yeah. Thespis would most definitely give you some of the canvases and gives you a little wooden box, and if you open it, it has it has oil paints, tubes of oil paints, but it also has some watercolors in there as well. Just get a little, I'm sure you know how to use those. So you now have a handful of canvases that they put in a canvas bag for you, and a little box of paints and different brushes, so you now have that in your inventory. And Thespis would have been more than happy to part that on with you. For the sake of time, I am going to nudge you all towards the tavern. It's getting a little late.
Absolutely not. How dare you?
yeah,
It's getting.
Cora is. I'm gonna tell you right now. Gonna go ahead and start painting. She is gonna go into her own room and start to paint a peacock.
Oh, okay. All right. So Chelsea has had Cora go off in. So Cora has gone off. She's like, I'm alone. This is me time. Me now.
Me time.
Yes.
Me time. She also doesn't want anyone to watch her paint
Understandable.
because she hasn't done it in a really long time.
Understandable.
I am the same way. Do not perceive me.
Yeah. Magna.
Do not perceive me.
Magna and Ivor, when you guys get back to the tavern, what do you guys do?
Well, doesn't Ivor have her lesson?
It's true. So you sit.
Probably bother Dimitri.
Okay. So you sit downstairs. You can tell that Dimitri's working, so he kind of asks you to, like, just hold on. Still working.
I guess.
It's like, listen, if you can find my replacement. But I dare you to find anyone in this entire town who can clean one glass for 45 minutes as well as I can. As he's just like... You guys get seated. You're waiting for Dimitri to finish bullshitting because he's just doing another. You hear someone walk in. Magna, you look to the door and see a man that you have seen once from a distance. Black, slicked back hair.
It's the fucking slicked back hair. God damn it.
He's got very...
The dog man.
Yeah, very strong...
It's a dog man.
Very strong, angular features. Looks, again, very much like... Again, just in case anyone in the chat wasn't there when I described it, you know when people say that a dog looks a lot like their owner or an owner looks a lot like their pet? He looks like the kind of man who would own, like, a massive, like, a black shepherd or, like, a Doberman. Like, something very strong featured.
Doberman.
Yeah,
it was Doberman.
Doberman, that was what was said. Very strong featured. Yep. He is quite tall. He is a very imposing figure. And he walks in. He makes eye contact with you, Magna. And he walks right over.
Oh, God.
He is standing...
Not Magna, not by himself. God.
Well,
No.
Ivor is there. She's waiting
She
for
doesn't
Dimitri.
know, though.
She has no idea.
Oh, no.
So... Roger walks over, and Magna, you know that humans can be tall. Dimitri's fairly tall, 6'2".
Yeah.
This dude looks human, but he looks to be about like 6'5". Like he is not that much shorter than you are.
I was gonna say that's almost.
Yeah, not quite.
I'm at 7,
but almost as tall as you are.
No.
And he just walks over. His back is very straight. His face is very... And he just kind of like looks at the chair across from you guys. Puts his hand on the back. Is this seat taken?
Magna's going to kind of step between him and Ivor just to be safe, just in case, and I don't think so.
Perfect. Pulls the seat out and he just sits at the table with you guys.
Magna's gonna gently kind of like with his elbow just kind of like tap Ivor just to like let her know.
Yeah. I believe we have not been formally introduced. I am Roger. I am the mayor of this town. My apologies for not meeting you all sooner. I have been quite busy. We can't hear you.
Understandable with running a town.
What are your names again?
Ivor, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Magna.
Tell me. And he kind of puts his elbows on the table.
I don't like it.
What were you doing by Meredith's little boy toy's house?
Fuck, it was him!
Shit.
I can feel the second death.
It's approaching, I feel it.
Right on my fucking shoulder.
When?
I believe it was yesterday. Quite early in the day.
Yesterday we were trying to get to know the town, right?
By going behind the houses. Thank you for
I have to
confirming
know
that
where
you
things
were
are.
also there. So I can assume all three of you were then.
Does it matter?
Yes.
I have to make laps around buildings, so in case I end up stuck somewhere, I at least know where I'm going. You know, considering the fact that I can't see.
Cute. No. What were you doing? Going around the back of Gideon's house.
Exactly what I told you. I
I
wouldn't lie
don't
to
think
you.
I was asking you.
I apologize, I can't exactly see where you're looking.
Well, I'm going to tell you now. I'm not asking you. I'm asking Magna. Magna, what were you doing sneaking around behind Dr. Anderson's house?
I don't remember going.
These tricks will not work on me.
Don't think I was trying to trick you.
I don't think you understand the situation that you're in. And he kind of like puts his hands on his knees and leans in. And because he is so tall, he can lean over the table and like get closer to you than you would like. And just, I own this town. This is my town. And I want to know what new characters would have any reason to sneak. If you're being upfront and honest, that's fine. I can understand it gets a bit boring around here. But it is my duty to investigate suspicious behavior. Is that in or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay, what's up?
Can I try to sneakily detect bots again?
Okay.
Go for it.
I have to actually roll this time.
Oh
My...
no, no,
Your cards are twos, aren't they?
Okay.
I bet it's gonna have to be really fucking high though.
Yeah,
Dirty
but
20.
he's powerful.
Huh?
Dirty 20.
30-20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck does that
So
mean?
unnatural.
Okay, no, gotcha.
30-20, yeah.
You get in his head.
So 30-20.
Okay,
Three
so
thousands.
you get into his head, and it's more like you get in there, and most of the time when you get in there, it's almost like equivalent of just opening a door, right? You just kind of open a door or push a spinning door, and you're in. This is more like you gotta like tug,
Pry my way in.
and then your head starts to it just the pain, and it's almost like television static, and you're hearing this like hissing of a static whir just in your ear. You're not getting thoughts, you are getting sheer energy, and it is a volatile energy. It is an unearthly energy, an energy you know is not of this mortal coil or any mortal coil.
What the fuck?
And you don't see, but Magna sees.
No. Oh.
Excuse me,
Oh.
Ivor. That's not very polite.
So how painful is this?
It hurts. It is one of the worst migraines you have ever had. Like the kind that almost makes you nauseous. Get out.
Forgive me for being a little untrusting of new people.
You hear the creak of him kind of leaning back in his seat. I don't know what games you're playing or what you all think that you're doing. But remember, it is a privilege that you're allowed to stay. Is that understood? Is that understood?
Very well. We didn't mean to make you think any other way. My greatest apologies. Simply trying to get to know exactly where we are. You weren't exactly given a guidebook.
Well, you're not special. No one is. Simply do what most do. Accept the situation that you are in. Or, if you keep prying, we might have some issues. Magna, I want you to roll perception.
I'm gonna die.
Meanwhile, Cora is missing this.
It's gonna die. Wait, what is this? What is this?
Part of me wants to have
Perception?
Gora come downstairs, but also like I don't want to.
Oh, perception? Okay.
You can.
Because I'm like, I'm stressed. I'm stressed.
Don't get involved. Jesus Christ.
I know that's I know. I'm like I want to, but I know I shouldn't.
Your
It's not gonna be a
goddamn
good
self.
idea.
What'd you get, Magna?
I want to keep removed.
That's an 11.
Oh no.
Just barely. Okay, cool.
Oh!
You look around.
Oh
You
shit!
look around, and you notice that as Roger leaned in, you realize that like everything around you has stopped.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Dimitri
What
is
the
frozen.
fuck?
Everyone else in the tavern is just frozen in time.
Oh.
In
What
fact,
the
technically, so would Cora, because she's not a part of this conversation.
Yeah, she's not.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
She would have been frozen upstairs. Just painting.
Mid
Just said
brushstroke.
it.
And Magna, you realize that this is Roger's town. And Roger kind of leans back in his seat, and things kind of start to move again. The town, and it's just it's as if nothing happened. Everyone's just back at it.
Ivor wouldn't have known that either.
Yeah, Ivor wouldn't have known.
Oh shit!
Would I have noticed how
We're the
still
only
everything
person that
sounded?
You probably would have noticed how quiet it got. But that's it.
Then again, Roger walked in. It's not that shocking that it gets quiet.
That it went quiet.
Yeah.
Fucking Roger.
So, Roger, you hear murmuring start talking. You hear murmuring again. You hear creaks of people upstairs or, moving around. You hear outside. Like, you hear things again. And Roger just, now, I'm sure you children will behave. Correct?
Fists for him.
Normally, when a question is asked, an answer is expected. And he looks right at you, Magna.
Absolutely, sir.
He looks at Ivor. Looks back to Magna. Well. Next time, I guess, tomorrow morning, say hi to the baker for me. And he gets up, and he walks out.
What the fuck?
Fight!
What the fuck? You can fuck with us,
for
you're
him
not fucking
now.
with Amir.
He doesn't do
you see
anything.
this, Casper? They're for fucking Roger. Ah!
Ow.
He doesn't do anything because the. It's.
There's so much nervous energy.
Yeah, I'm just like. It's very reminiscent of the last few things he heard. Very reminiscent. He can't say anything.
Yeah. It's a little too close for home.
A little bit, yeah.
Yep.
With how bad my migraines get, there are probably just tears.
Yep. And
I think once I was gonna say, I think the moment Roger leaves, I think Magna might cry.
So you're both
He's not gonna be loud, but he's just maybe like a little bit.
you're both in tears.
Dimitri going upstairs like, Cora!
Except,
Don't they have it?
except you know what I need? What I need is I need it to be like that scene in Sunny in Philadelphia. Cora! Cora!
Except the thing is, if there's nothing for Dimitri to hear about either of them crying, just nothing. He doesn't realize anything's going on.
They're quiet about it.
Yeah. So, like, Dimitri, like, just life goes on. Everyone else in the tavern is doing their things. Cora, you wouldn't have felt anything. You are just painting. And as...
No idea the crisis that has happened.
Yeah. As the two...
Hey, guys, look at the peacock I made.
Oh, God,
Look, I painted this.
It's oil painting, so it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah. So, like, it's carrying on. You guys are kind of trying to gather yourselves, and you do hear, like, footsteps, and then Wallace go, oh, are you guys okay?
Mm-hmm. Just a really bad headache.
Oh, do you want me to get you something?
No, it's okay.
I have medicine I could get. Is it bad? Do you want to get a mirror?
No, actually, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magna, you okay? And just the concern on his face.
Oh, he's so worried.
He doesn't move.
I'll go get a mirror. Dimitri, I'll be right back. Just stay there. And Wallace...
Sweet golden retriever boy.
Wallace...
Good.
What you see, Magna, is him trot out the door, and the second he's outside, you see him book it.
Book it.
Just like I don't know what to be so casual about leaving, and then just
You see
Let's
him
go.
book it to the tavern.
So worried.
Wow.
To the bakery. And after a few moments, you see you guys are gathering your thoughts, and Dimitri, well, if either of you look to Dimitri, he does seem to be kind of like now keeping more like of an awareness. It seems that Wallace's behavior kind of put him a bit on edge.
like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, but Dimitri's
what did I miss?
Dimitri's also like, I there's nothing that I can do. So I'm just gonna stay here, out of the way.
Gonna do my job.
I'm just gonna clean.
Just
this
gonna
cup
keep
real
clean
fucking
this
good.
glass.
Cup is gonna be so clean.
And
Maybe I'll make them a drink in this very clean
this
glass.
should be the cleanest cup they ever fucking drank from.
Oh hell yeah!
So after a few moments,
Wee woo, Amir.
after a few moments, the door, you Magna, if you're looking up, you see, no, okay, but never mind. So what happens is the door opens, a bit harder than intended, and Amir just walks over and like sees you both. Just he's gone pale with concern and just like, Iva, can you hear me? What part,
I'm okay.
what part of your head hurts? It would be the frontal. All right. Okay. And he like has this like little sack of sorts, like a drawstring bag, and like he opens it, and you see him pull out like a what's the term? It's like a balm of sorts, and he kind of rubs it on his hand.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
It has that consistency, but that's not what it is. It's just like a kind of like a soft cream. And he kind of puts it. He's like, Iva, can you move your hands, please? Like, cause as you had your, and he rubs it, and you hear him murmuring. And at first it feels cold, but the moment it touches your skin, there's like this brief crisp, and then it just warms, like a very like a warm, like, you know when you get hot wax, like kind of that massage of like the hot wax on your muscles, and that's what it feels like as it just kind of covers over your head, and you hear for a moment a lingering ring, and then it dies out, and the pain starts to secede. You're able to like you like the pain is just, it melts away.
It goes from white to black.
Yeah. And Amir kind of just like, puts his bag down, and he sees you, Magna, and goes, Magna, are you okay?
Does not say anything.
Amir, like, what's Magna's posture? How is he sitting?
Just straight.
Like hands in his laps, hands on the table.
Probably gripping at the sides of the table.
Okay. All right. Amir very gently places a hand very delicately on top of yours. And after, like, when you don't pull away, he just kind of rubs it with his thumb. It's okay. What happened?
We met the mayor.
Could you please go get me a glass of water, please? Thank you. And as soon as Wallace walks away, what happened?
We met the mayor for the first time.
You met Roger, you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think you said Amir.
She said the mayor.
Oh,
No, the mayor.
I thought you
The
said
mayor.
Amir, and I'm like, he's
No,
right.
the mayor.
Okay, all right, misheard. Sorry. Oh, you met Roger. Ah. He's a bit intense. Yeah. And then like Amir kind of like Magna, like you feel him kind of like slip his hand to like so that you're not gripping as hard on the wood before, because he's like kind of trying to stop you from like hurting yourself, like hurting your hand. So he kind of like slips his hand under, and like you feel that warmth kind of just slowly pull it from the wood, and then he just holds your hand, and he reaches over and he's like, I'm gonna put a hand on your shoulder. Is that okay? And like you feel his hand just very gently rest on your shoulder, and it's that warmth, and he's like kind of rubbing it with his thumb. If it makes you feel any better, he doesn't come out much, so might not see him for another week or so.
I will tell you that he said to say hello to you in a sort of threatening way. So, I don't know if that was just him being intense or if it was genuinely threatening.
Magna, you see him, like, his entire body has gone stiff, as if, like, fight or flight has kicked in. Like, the natural, like, response to, like, you were brought up in a threatening way in this conversation. So the normal, and you
it's
see...
so fun.
You see as he's looking at Ivor with, like, this, like, panic is kind of bubbling. But then you see... around his eyes, the red rings.
Mm-hmm.
And then just... I'm sure he was just trying to get under your skin. And Ivor, you probably would have felt a little something.
Prickle?
Yeah, like a little...
Prickle and magic.
Like a little something. Like, I'm sure he's just trying to be intimidating. And he's kind of like rubbing your upper arm. Just trying to offer comfort. And Magna, he's still rubbing your thumb. Like, this man was just told that someone just threatened him. And he's like, I'm fine. Are you guys okay? Like...
Ivor 100% sits up away from the contact a little bit.
Amir lets you. Like, Amir, let's go.
I don't understand what is happening.
What do you mean?
This isn't going to make sense at all, but that reaction is not you.
Excuse me?
The reaction that you just had, the everything's fine, he's just trying to get under your skin, that's not you.
I am sorry. I am trying to understand. What do you mean exactly?
Do you have some sort of restoration spell?
Sort of. It's not as strong as it used to be. I haven't exactly been able to get it to work at full strength since I got here.
Have you used it on yourself?
No.
Can you try?
I could try. It's not as powerful as it used to be. But why exactly?
Just, I don't think that you'll understand me if I explain it.
Well, you suggested Wallace come to me, and that was the right call. So, I'll trust your judgment. And I just want you to know, Magna, he is still holding her hand.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, okay, good. He has not let go. It's like,
Yeah.
I will trust your judgment. I will try. I'll... Perhaps even tonight if I get to it. And whatever happens, I will come to you. All right, Ivor?
Okay.
And at about this point, Wallace comes back, and he's like got 3 glasses of like ice cold water, and he like kind of sets it down in front of you, like one in front of each of you, and he then holds the tray, and you see him like holding it like a shield, like he's now on his like guard of if you guys need anything, just give me a holler, okay?
Thank you, Wallace. I'm sorry I scared you.
It doesn't take much. It's okay.
Still, I'm sorry. It was my fault.
No, I mean, I forgive you, but no apology necessary. I'm just glad you feel better.
I need help. I appreciate the suggestion. I wouldn't have thought about it. So thank you.
Of course. I mean, you suggested I go to him and it helped me, so I thought maybe if you guys are hungry, just let me know. I'll get you some food set up. Yeah. Did you guys have a good time at the sauna?
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think Magna got an entire lesson about something.
And like Wallace looks over to Magna, who's still just.
Ivor's trying to
Yeah.
bring him into the conversation, and it's not.
And
Like she's like, it's probably not gonna work, but
yeah. And Wallace just, well, the Dwyers are great teachers, so I'm sure you learned a lot. I'm gonna go get dinner started. It's starting to get towards that time. If you guys want to go to your room, I can bring the food up to you. It's gonna start getting kind of packed in here. And I can understand if you guys don't want to be around a lot of people right now.
I think I may want to be, but
Okay.
Magna, if that's something that you would want.
And Amir kind of, Magda, did you want me to walk you to your room?
I think he's gonna stand up and let go of Amir's hand and walk back to his room.
Amir just, well, let's give him some alone time. Let him rest. Ivor, I promise you I'll do my best, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. I'll be back. I need to start preparing for my patrol this evening. So.
Be careful.
I will be. I always am.
More so.
I will be. Okay? You take care. If I don't see you before tomorrow morning, Please know my bakery's always open. Just in case I don't see you, have a good night, Iva.
Thank you. You too.
If Magna...
Um,
oh, yes?
Actually, if you wouldn't mind, just for some peace of mind, if Wallace is okay with it, do you think that you and Biram would mind getting a room here just for tonight, in case Magna and I need you?
After our patrol, we'll stay the night here. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
My pleasure. If Magna comes back out before I return, you just let him know, okay?
I will.
All right. And he reaches out and he just very, very gently kind of just grabs your arm. Gives it a pat. In fact, just as a emphasis on the seeing each other again, can you hold on to something for me?
Sure.
What he hands you is basically, you feel this large cloth pouch. And you know for a fact that he just handed you his, like, grab-and-go medical kit. But he's, like, trying so desperately for you to, like, believe him when he says, like, you know, I'll be right back. You know, I'll be okay. It's like, now that's very important. So I need you to take good care of that for me, because I need that.
Mm-hmm. Like, Ivor's like, bullshit, but
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
like humoring
it.
just, oh, yeah. Like...
So, thank you. Thank you, Iva. All right. Well, if I don't see you in a bit, I will see you in the morning. Well, unless you're up when we get back from patrol.
I might be.
Well, if so, I'll see you then. Amir gets up, and he heads on out. Ready to go prepare for his patrol that evening. Dimitri, after hearing everything, kind of cautiously comes over.
Ivor just assumes that whatever conversation she has ever, Dimitri is gonna know about it.
Yeah.
So, like...
Dimitri comes over, especially because also, what was that?
Their assumption, probably.
Yeah. Also, if Amir is involved, he is also going to pay extra close attention.
Yeah.
But Dimitri comes over and he sits down, and like you can tell, like he clears his throat in a way that you recognize that that's Dimitri.
He's also started to probably memorize his footsteps.
Yeah. Dimitri, sits down. It seems like you've had a bit of a rough evening. So how about this? Unless you really want it, we can do your Braille lesson, or I slack off on my job that I'm not paid enough to do, and we just shoot the shit for a few hours.
I think that would be enjoyable.
All right. I'm sure if I tell them that I need the evening off, what are they gonna do? Fire me? I dare them to find someone who can clean a cup as good as I can. You hear the clink of a cup you set down.
Is that the same one you've been working on for the past hour?
Oh, you bet. And
God, I love Dimitri.
And
Dimitri's so good.
If we could see, we'd be blinded by it. Just the shine.
That was a bad one. Most of the time, your ones are pretty good, but that was bad.
That was really bad. I'm not good at this whole comforting thing.
It's okay, I'm not used to being comforted.
Well, good, then we're both uncomfortable. Well, and you and Dimitri just shoot the shit. You guys talk. Wallace brings you both over plates of food, dinner, and also
Ivor would invite Wallace to sit with them
and
if he wanted to.
Yeah, and Wallace kind of gives the whole, it's like, well, let me make sure that everyone else is tended to, and then I will, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
So after everyone else is tended to in the tavern, you do see Larkin go behind the bar, grab like a few plates, and head upstairs. Cora, you hear And then you hear a very familiar wind chimey voice of Larkin go, I wasn't sure if you would be coming down for dinner, so I brought you a plate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, my internet glitched for a second there.
She was so perfect up until the point where she was supposed to talk.
Yeah.
Right?
I
was like,
I was
no.
fine until you decided I'm gonna bring Cora back into the scene.
And then the
God.
internet went, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to talk.
So.
Sorry, what did you say? Because I heard most of it.
You're good.
I didn't hear the
Basically,
end.
Larkin came upstairs after a knock, and you heard Larkin's voice say, I wasn't sure if you were planning to come down for dinner, so I brought you up a plate.
Oh, I didn't even realize what time it was. I'll be down in a second. I was just working on something.
Okay, I'll go put your plate with Ivor and Dimitri and them, okay?
Thank you.
Of course. And you hear him go across the hall to where you know Magna's staying. And Magna, you hear Magna? I brought you up a plate of food. You should probably eat. But I understand if you don't want to come downstairs.
He's probably sitting in the chair by the window. And he'll get up and go to the door.
He won't or will?
No, he will. He'll
Okay.
go to the door.
Okay. You open the door and Larkin's standing there and he has like a genuine look of like concern. He doesn't ask, but he's here. And it's just a plate of home cooked food. That it's similar, kind of similar like in the heartiness of what you guys ate at the tavern last night. But instead of a stew, it's like more of a solid, like, but he hands it to you and it's like, I know that Ivor was supposed to deliver this to you, but he kind of looks at the plates. Wait, staff, take notes. Amir and Biren are going to be staying the night here after patrol. So if you need anything from them, they'll be here later.
He takes the food and he slowly closes the door.
Boy.
Larkin heads downstairs, walks over to the table that Ivor and Dimitri and Wallace are now seated at, and he puts in, Cora's on her way down, so she'll be joining you guys.
Good. Did you talk to Magna?
I gave him his food. We didn't really talk. I did let him know that Amir and Biren would be staying because I did hear, but he didn't say anything. So,
okay.
I'm gonna go make sure that everything's okay. And you see him kind of like rub. Well, no, never fucking mind. He
I
rubs.
hear the fabric rustle.
Yeah, you hear the fabric rustle of him like kind of rubbing Wallace's back, and then he walks away. Cora, you come downstairs.
Oh no, muted.
Can you lean into your mic?
Yell.
There we go.
She probably, honestly, because she heard some of the conversation that Larkin was having with Magna,
Yeah.
would actually knock on the door.
All right, play out the scene.
Magna, can I come in?
He gets up and he opens the door.
Do you mind if I come in?
He opens the door a little bit more so she can walk in.
Okay. She'd walk in. She'd sit on the bed. Something happened.
This isn't home.
Yeah. I would agree. What happened?
I'll just step by.
Oh. I'm guessing it wasn't just a get to know you meeting.
No. he saw us.
Well, yeah, he was watching the show.
He
People
saw us going.
during the show.
He saw us go into Gideon's office.
Shit. Okay, that's less than ideal. Why are you up here? Where is Ivor?
She's downstairs talking.
Okay. Are you okay?
I hope so.
You don't have to talk about it. I'm not gonna make you.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to be alone up here? Or... So I can get my food and come back. If you don't.
Maybe just for a little.
Okay. I'll come back up and check in a bit, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And she'll leave.
Okay.
Very worried.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fucking scary though.
That was fucking scary.
That was really fucking scary though.
I'll always say
My
I always
heart's going pitter patter, pitter patter.
I always forget how deep my voice can go until I voice Roger.
I
God.
legitimately, as soon as you started
His
talking,
voice
I was like,
oh shit.
I'm scared and horny.
Let me put my seatbelt on. Jesus.
So,
Seatbelt on?
for this wild ride.
All right.
So Cora, you head downstairs. You see that Ivor is sitting with Dimitri and Wallace, and they're all chatting. You see that he seems a little tense, but the usual Dimitri tense, nothing like,
Yeah.
Wallace seems to be concerned. He is fidgeting more with the handkerchief, but like he's like keeping an eye on Ivor, so it's like not hard to like assume that he's probably just worried about Ivor.
Who seems to be in
Worried
good
about
spirits.
Yeah, like besides
Yeah.
that concern.
Like joking around, like shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time.
Maybe
Or-
pushing things down a little bit.
And there is a plate for you at the table.
Yeah. As Cora goes to sit down, she's going to use her mind link, which is just one person for an hour,
Okay.
with Ivor.
Okay.
Magna told me that Roger stopped by. Are you okay?
Other than the headache, I'm fine.
We'll talk about it later. Okay.
Mm.
Just needed to check. Okay, and just goes to sit down.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you guys chit chat for a bit. After a while, Thespis comes by.
With the mind link, Ivor will basically tell Cora everything just to keep her in the loop.
She'll be
Of what was
chatting
going
with
on.
everyone, but listening.
Meanwhile, like making jokes and like ragging on Dimitri a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Cora will do the same shit. Just
like you don't want to
interact
get a
with
different
everyone, but,
glass.
paying attention.
So you all are hanging out.
That lasts for an hour, so.
Yeah. You guys are hanging out. Again, Ivor, you wouldn't know fully what happened when everything went quiet.
Mhm.
You would just know that it went quiet.
Everything that she knew.
Yeah. But Cora, that means you don't know that time literally stopped.
All of it.
Yeah. You don't
But
know.
she knows at least the rest of it.
Yeah. But only Magna knows about the time stop thing. You all are hanging out.
Terrifying.
That's it sucks.
That's
sucks.
fucking scary.
Magnus like, I don't want to
like
be the
that,
only
Casper.
person that knows this.
Yeah, he's like, I can't. No.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't be burdened with this knowledge.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to have this responsibility.
It does suck, doesn't it? Huh. So,
Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
fuck
Casper.
you. Jesus.
so you all,
Sucks, doesn't it?
you all are hanging out. A little while later, Thespis comes to join. And Thespis kind of like pulls up a chair and like kind of does that thing where just almost exactly like when you guys first met them, kind of like twirls the chair so that the back of the chair is facing you, and they just kind of like sit like leaning on the back.
What an asshole! I love them.
And they kind of just like you know, hey guys, what's going on? And so Thespis kind of like joins the conversation. And
Cora has paint on her hands.
And Thespis like immediately kind of starts asking. He's like, "Oh, what were you? Can I ask what you were painting?" And like just eyes light up.
Can I see what you're working on? Can I see like your work in progress?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like later. It's like, you know, hey, later, can I maybe see the painting if you. You don't have to. I understand it could be a very personal experience, but like.
Sure, but you can't tell Beckett what it is.
It's her birthday present.
And like you can
It's
tell
so
that like, you know, like you can like Thespis is just like secret.
It's so good.
And so you're all hanging out. It starts to get dark. Some of the people who don't live at the tavern decide to go, but Thespis decides to stay. Because Thespis wants to see your painting, and like I don't know, maybe you can have like another pillow fort or something.
Fine, I'll just spend the night again. It's yours, whatever.
Cora has not taken down the pillow fort that was there originally. She's like, that's a lot of work, but also like it's comfortable.
Oh no, the bell's already chimed.
Oh,
Guess
no,
I gotta stay here.
Really busy today. Like I wasn't able to take it down.
But like, oh, the bell's chiming. You gotta stay the night again. I mean, it's still up. So you all, you know, they start to clean up the bar. Thespis ends up going to Cora's room to see the painting. Unless you wanted to go check on Magna first.
I did want to do that.
Okay.
I think that's more of a priority for Cora right now than the painting. She's like, fuck.
Ivor, do you go with, or do you stay downstairs?
She stays downstairs.
Okay, so you stay with Dimitri.
Like, she was there for, like, the entire traumatic experience of it, so she's kind of linked to that situation.
Try to separate.
So, until he feels better, she doesn't want to just bring another reminder of what just happened.
Yeah. So,
Fair.
So, Cora goes upstairs. Thespis would go upstairs as well, but would, like, stay back. And Thespis is like, do you want me to stay here, or I can...
I'm gonna go set up the pillow fort.
I can go set up the pillow
fix
fort.
the pillow fort.
I'll meet you in the pillow fort. And Thespis kind of like slides.
I'll meet you in the pillow
Cora
fort.
has the painting covered.
Okay, yeah, and Thespis wouldn't. Like,
She has the painting covered.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but she also covered it on purpose.
Oh, yeah. So Thespis is now just sitting in. You knock on the door.
Hi, Magna. Can I come in?
He opens the door again.
Dope! I froze again.
Oh, I thought you were saying that about the door. You're like, oh, dope, you opened the door. Awesome.
No, I froze. You guys all were frozen and I couldn't hear anything. I heard Magna opens the door and I was like, sweet, I get to go in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Iva's still downstairs with Dimitri. I don't know when or if she intends to come back for a while. Just wanted to check on you. It's getting late. People are starting to go home. I haven't seen Amir yet, so Iva filled me in on some of what happened.
How much did she tell you?
Everything that she knows. Everything she experienced.
He stopped time.
What?
He stopped time. I don't know how, but he did.
Wait, Jenny, are you still there?
Oh, Jenny.
It's okay. She'll be back.
Okay.
I had a question on what she told Ivor, or what she told
She would have.
Cora.
What would have been relayed is that
It was the otherworldly presence shit.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
I just wanted to make sure.
everything.
Yeah, the only thing that Cora would not know is that Roger's
Is the time
It's
stop.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from what Iva told me, I'm not entirely shocked. She went into his brain like she did with Gideon. And that's what caused a headache. There's an insane amount of energy, something that doesn't belong here or anything that I know, or probably you. So it's not shocking to me that he could stop time. It's not good. But
No.
can I ask, though, is that the reason you're up here?
No. It's not.
Again, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I hope eventually.
No, it's okay.
do.
I've only known one other person to talk the way that he does. And it was the last thing I ever heard.
Oh.
I don't know if we can do this.
We have to try.
We can try, but I don't know if we're going to make it through. Not against him.
I don't know either. I don't, and I don't think Thespis knows. I don't think anyone does. But
Don't think we're safe anymore.
I don't think we were safe in the beginning.
I had hope. Just a little. But not anymore.
I understand that feeling. But if not for us, we have to try with people like Amir and Mirren and Wallace. We have to hope for them because they don't have any place to start to begin to hope. They're suffering here. They are. No matter how much they try to cover it up, they are suffering here. And they've been suffering here for a very long time. I understand losing hope, losing faith, but there's actual gods here. There's people that have done incredible things and will continue to do incredible things. And we're not alone in trying to get out. There's plenty of people here that don't want to be here. Not all way for it.
But if those people are here, then who are we?
I've asked myself that question every single morning that I've woken up here. I don't know. I wish I could re-spark that bit of hope that you had. But I think we're all a little lost.
Agreed.
The best I can do is say that I'll be there. and that I'm not going to stop trying. And all I ask is just you be there too.
I don't have much to go back to. So if it's worth my death, then I'll try.
Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to go somewhere else. And again, there's actual gods and people who can plane hop, so I don't think it'd be very difficult to say, hey, can I get your ride?
That'd be nice.
I think we can find a place.
We just have to get there first.
Yeah. We'll find a way. Every little pocket dimension like this has a door. Just gotta find it. You're not alone. Okay.
Thank you.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah. You can.
Okay. She'll give him like a really good tight hug.
Oh yeah, she's like disappeared in all of the big arms. She's gone. She's just gone. Yeah.
Or like, this is partially for you, but you are also a 7-foot tall teddy bear cow.
Exactly.
And I want to hug
Also
you.
for her.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
So, before you had gone upstairs, you did hear the tower, the clock tower. So you knew it was getting late. Why Thespis offered to stay the night. So you all knew you were in for the night. What do you all expect that you would be doing about an hour later?
Ever's still downstairs.
All right.
Sitting by the window.
Cora, would you likely be in your bedroom talking with Thespis?
Yeah. Talking with Thespis, also probably painting at the same time.
Yeah. So you are painting with Thespis, as Thespis is sitting, kind of just watching, mesmerized, like the Steven Universe star eyes. As you're painting. Like, it was a little intimidating to be painting in front of the god.
Oh no, she fucking scared as shit the entire time, and like every brushstroke seems like a little unsure. But as she talks more with Thespis, she kind of gets out of her own head.
Yeah. Especially considering that in a certain mythos, their older sister literally created painting. So, like, it's like a little intimidating. But Thespis is just
terrifying.
Thespis is mesmerized and is, like, laughing and joking and keeping your spirits up. Ivor, as you're downstairs with Dimitri, at about a certain point, in the night...
She'd specifically be sitting by the window towards the outside, just so she could hear anything.
Okay. You feel something bubble around the tavern. You've normally been asleep at about this point in the night. And as you're talking, you realize that it's stemming from Dimitri.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh.
What did you just do?
Excuse me?
What did you just do?
Remember when I said my job here was to make sure that everyone had a safe place to be? That is why I sleep here every night.
I thought you weren't supposed to care.
Well...
Big tough Dimitri is not as tough as he likes to think he is.
Well, I pretend like I don't care.
Yeah.
But I do care. A lot. I just don't like to get too close.
To anyone you might lose.
It happens enough times, and you get kind of tired.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think I get it.
You
Not
can-
quite to the same extent, but
You can imagine. And if I'm not going to sit here and tell you you don't understand.
I don't completely. I haven't experienced it. There's still hope that my family's alive. Not a lot, but still there. But
I like to think that there might be hope. That they might still be alive too. Just not here.
the people that have been forgotten?
Thespis told me about the mirrors. I'll admit it was weird to feel hope that they might not be gone. And maybe we can bring them back. Or send them somewhere better. I would prefer the latter. I would like to apologize that they had to be here. I know it's not my fault before you say anything. But
You're like, wait.
before you say anything, this is not me blaming myself. But what I can do is provide a safe place. Nothing can get in here as long as that's up. But it is fucking exhausting, so I only do it at night.
And why you don't take the morning shifts usually?
I am normally, in the kindest way possible, half dead in the mornings.
Understandable.
But people can come in and out, but the creatures can't.
Monsters.
Yeah. So you guys end up talking. Magna, you're sitting by the window. Are you watching out? Yeah?
Jason's like, damn it.
What do I see? Oh
I don't
no.
like where this is going.
Oh no.
I don't like it.
Are we about to have to fight some monsters in a second? Because Magna's gonna run outside.
So, Magna, what you see is similar to what you saw the first night. A fight. The guard holding their ground. This time you are watching for Amir. You are watching for your friends.
So stressed.
You're watching for your new buddy Walter. You know, Winter.
Oh, Wrinkle Brother!
Your wrinkle brother Walter. Keeping an eye out on
Wrinkle
Ivor.
brother.
On you're keeping an eye out on Winter.
Forever.
Yeah, I said that and I was like,
Yeah.
Forever.
well, I was downstairs. You see, B. Rin holding strong, Amir holding back, staying back, playing more support, playing healer.
Yeah, bitch, listen to me.
And you see the fight getting a bit intense. It draws more into town. You see at one point, Walter gets fucking bit on the leg and just ragdolled and tossed, and as he's kind of flailing in the air, he pulls out a gun, and as he's falling down, you see him aiming at the bell tower, and he shoots, and the bell rings again, meaning that even falling in the dark, he had been able to hit his target.
Damn, that is impressive. I told him he was impressive. He just didn't listen to me.
Less than 30 seconds later, backup arrives. Dalabash, Richard, Claudius, Beckett, Durish. You see the whole guard pouring out of their homes
Shit.
and joining the fight. And no one is letting anyone fight alone. They have each other. They are watching each other's backs. And at one point, literally back to back, is Amir and Birin. And you can tell that they are not letting anything get past each other. And you
Ah!
you remember the dream
Oh my God.
and what they were willing to take and endure for each other.
Yeah.
And you know that they
Casper,
are willing to do it again.
Casper.
Fucking love them. Stop.
You better
Oh my
not
God.
fucking do some shit
You
that I think
better
you're
not
about to
pull
do. You
some-
better not
I
fucking
literally
do
am
it.
like.
As you're
We're
watching,
about to run out
Stop.
of this tavern. We're about to book out of this fucking tavern, I swear to God.
Casper, stop talking.
This is for you now, Casper.
I will mute you all
That's a
and continue
promise.
the scene.
Oh no.
You are just dragging this out. So as you're watching the fight, Ivor, you can hear fighting. You heard the bell, and Dimitri says they called back up, just like letting you know what happened. And he like it happens. Cora, you hear Thespis. You see, well, like you hear the bell, and you look back, and Thespis is frozen. Just it's okay. Back up. They just called back up. Must be getting pretty intense out there. And you can tell Thespis is getting anxious, like worried. They start kind of fiddling their thumbs. Magna, you keep watching as you see Beckett end up taking a hard hit, stumbling. And as you see Darish going to teleport towards her wife, you also see Birin turn to Amir and give a nod, and Amir books it towards Beckett. And as Amir is running, towards Beckett, you hear the same shrill mixture of snarls and otherworldly gasps as one of the larger ones charges towards the people, Darish, Beckett, Amir. And Amir turns around, and you see up goes a firewall in between the monster and him and Beckett.
Oh, stop. No, this is the same thing. Stop.
And he's pulled out a pack, and he's gotten Beckett, and you can tell that like Beckett's legs fucked up, and you can see that Amir is like kind of patching up her leg, and you see like his hands glow as he's kind of healing just the basics of it. And then you hear the snarl turn more into like a pained whine as it charges through the fire and bites down on Amir, taking the entirety of his shoulder in. And you hear Amir scream, but then he grits his teeth and he takes out what was a ceremonial blade and stabs it right into the fucking like face of the creature, but it doesn't seem all that perturbed. You see smoke coming out of it, but Amir is still like he's enduring as Beckett gets up, and she pulls out her swords, and she's back up on her feet, and she's she's fighting the monster, trying to free Amir. And then Amir ends up being lifted up into the air, and you see him kind of grabbing for his staff that's on his back. And he grabs it and he pulls it, he fumbles, the staff falls, and you see him kind of like reaching for it. And then another monster comes charging in the other direction towards Amir.
They're targeting him, which we knew they did.
You see him look up, and he kind of buckles in and he curls into the monster, but you see Birin just screaming, charging with her battle axe at the other creature.
No.
Birin, distracts the other creature as Beckett and Amir both work to get free, and you see Amir getting ragdolled similar to Walter, but far more intensely. And then
Because they're targeting him.
And then Amir gets thrown, and you see him fly and crash into the center stone pillar of the fountain, enough to see it crumble a bit, and Amir falls into the water. And you see him quickly, pull himself up out of the water. He is drenched. He is bleeding. He is a mess, and he's panting. And you're able to see, the necklace around him glowing, as if you can assume this is Paylor trying to get through. Paylor is trying to protect his chosen one. As Amir gets up out of the water, you see that his arm's fuck. It's there, but he can't move it. He gets up, and you see him trying to heal himself, but he doesn't have the energy. And he just makes a beeline for his staff. And he runs for his staff, and one of the creatures turns, and you see a tail whip and slam into Amir. You can hear the crack as he gets thrown into the side of the tavern.
Oh, Magnus running downstairs.
Okay, Magna's running downstairs. Ivor, you hear Dimitri.
Shit.
Just stay here. And Dimitri gets up. And after that loud crash, Thespis also just ditches the conversation with Cora and books it out. Thespis is ditched.
Cora follows.
Okay, Thespis
Cora
is run
follows.
down.
Yeah.
Thespis
Cora's
is-
not staying in the house.
Ivor's out.
So you are all now downstairs and see that the window above...
Cora's gonna grab her rapier before she books it.
Okay. You see as you go downstairs, the window right above where Amir had crashed, it was hard enough that you see the window has cracked. He didn't even hit the window, but it was enough to crack through the window. Dimitri, knowing what's happening, Dimitri charges outside. Which
So stressed.
causes Thespis to freeze. Deer in the headlight. It's fight or flight, but Thespis' body has chosen freeze. Because they're not a fighter. They remember what happened last time. What do you all do?
Cora immediately just get him inside now. Just talking about Amir. Be as safe as you can, get him inside. And just looks at Thespis.
Okay. All right. So basically, Dimitri just. I'm so sorry. I got a text message. It seems that we need
It's
to call
fine.
another intermission.
Okay, sure.
All right. I am so
fine.
terribly sorry. I know this is tense, but we need to call a very brief intermission. We
That's
will be-
fine.
We will be
I need to get nervous energy out.
we
I need
will
to get
be
nervous energy out.
right back. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, this is gonna go long, guys. Sorry.